Hi everyone, here with another video. Circle versus lines. Knife, iron sharpens iron. I was just thinking that, the big word around is, going around to describe people as narcissism. And with narcissism, where did it originate from? Some say that it originated in the Bible from Lucifer and everything, Satan, but the more I learn about the Bible, the more I realize that's not true. Since everything is controlled by the Lord and, and Satan doesn't do anything that the Lord doesn't tell him to do. So it can't be that. So where did narcissism come from? Well, the only guess I could come up with is colonialism. When the British Empire and the Spanish conquistadors with Christopher Columbus invaded the Caribbean islands with the indigenous people there, the Indians. They befriended them. And knowing all the toxicity that they had with disease and violence, they came anyway to befriend them. And then while they were with them together, among the people, living among them and learning from them and learning their habits and, even their defenses and, their traditions and how many people were around. And then they turned around and killed them. And I was thinking, man, that's like narcissism. It's that, the narcissist disguises themselves as a benign friend, and somebody who's gonna add asset to your life and be a friend, and even somebody that you helped, and then turn around and use everything that they learned about you to destroy you. Sometimes they succeed and sometimes they don't. But it's their nature to go out and repeat this process over and over again with every living being that they come in contact with. If that's not colonialism, I don't know what. That you go out, you deliberately seek out people and befriend them, pretending basically, and then at a time and place that you're choosing, you turn around and kill them all, or rob them, or destroy them. I think that's it in a nutshell. So where did it originate from? That's where it originated from my belief. It came with the oppressors, the colonists of colonialism, and turned around and used that to kill people. Sometimes the narcissist wants to kill people. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just likes to string you along for however long as possible, like slavery. It just, keeps you in a perpetual cycle of being a prisoner, of being a slave, of being a victim. If that's not colonialism, I don't know what. I mean, it has to be. That's where it originated from. And everything that we learned from the invasion and the slavery and the colonialism and the torture and the suffering, we learned from that action. And in some ways or another, we're continuing that process to this day, to the end. And what the one thing that the narcissist or colonialism doesn't like is that you take action against this, against what they're doing to you. Like the other countries, they're basically, developing their own nuclear weapons, their own armies, and they're not putting up with it anymore. They're not. They're not going to put up with, they feel that you just have to sit back and take this, because they have to believe in their own minds of cognitive dissonance and gaslighting that, you deserve it. You're a piece of garbage. And whatever they do to you, hey, it's your tough luck because, you weren't smart enough to realize that you were being duped. So when you think back and say, oh, we got this to happen to, every nation on earth by this process. And then in some ways, it trickled down to the other nations and other cultures and other nations of exactly how to treat other people. You attack them, you steal from them, you imprison the people, you kill them, you rape them, you steal from them. And I'm like, hey, this sounds kind of familiar here, and that's where it came from, I believe. That's where it came from. A perpetual cycle of thievery, murder, rape, and killing to this day. And it's going to continue. It's going to continue until the other nations are going to put their foot down and say, hey, you're not going to do this to us. We've seen what you did to other nations for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and we're not going to be a victim to, your evil. So we're going to build our own army, build our own economy, and even if it comes to it, we build our own fucking nuclear weapons. You're not going to fucking destroy us, And unfortunately, hey, if it comes down to it, hey, we just annihilate each other. And that's basically what it's come down to this day. That, that the people who perpetuated this action of evil have signed their own death warrant, because it forced the hand of other nations to take extreme actions to protect themselves. Because the people who are doing it, like narcissists, are not going to stop until you're completely and utterly destroyed. They're not going to stop. They won't stop until, they get all your resources, until you're dead. And then that's it, it's just going to continue. And the only way it's going to stop is that you annihilate each other with the most devastating weapons in human history. That's it. That's the only way it's going to stop. Unfortunately, it has to come down to this. That's why it says specifically in the scriptures, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. And, it couldn't happen to a better kingdom the kingdom of the nations and the people that went out, like the conquistadors, the Spaniards, the British, the colonials that went out and purposely enslaved and robbed and killed and murdered and raped people to this day, all the way through different aspects of torture and suffering that they enjoy inflicting on other people for no apparent reason, are going to enjoy the benefits and utterly and complete destruction and annihilation by the victims that they perpetrated in this planet. They're no longer victims. They have the same weapons that they have. Nuclear bombardment. And they're not going to put up with it anymore. So, when you wonder where did narcissism come from, that's where it came from. From people who believe that they have the divine and inherent right to destroy other people and take their resources and enslave them or use them for whatever they have. Forever and ever. And I, for one, am glad when it's going to be finally over. And everything is going to be equalized and completely destroyed. And no one has to blame but these people.